Oh man, what am I even doing? Let's go to Roy Bean's house. Yeah. Haven't done any of this stuff yet. Roy must prefer to perform his morning ablutions. Perform some of my own. Yay! Flush toilet. I got a lot of stuff. I'm pretty angry. I got the El Vibrato energy goodness. The pickles that give me tons of armor and resistance to stuff. The, this stuff. That's stuff. That's good. And, yeah, that's pretty okay. Spittoon, nothing special about it. As you get near the spittoon, you can smell the overpoweringly sweet stench it exudes. Nauseatingly sweet, like the rotting corpse of a dead gummy bear. Garish yellow colors swirl together in a congealing, psychedelic madness. Is Roy using jelly beans as chewing tobacco? Yes. Yes, of course he is. Investigate further. We're talking about a bowl of jelly beans that have been sucked on, half-chewed, then spat into a brass bucket. Do you seriously want to put your hand in that swill of artificial coloring and thickened saliva? It will probably never be clean again. Go for it! Look, I'm serious. You're about to permanently dye your hand with a swirling mishmash of all the worst colors in the spectrum. No one will ever have a tattoo that looks as gross or as stupid. Give it to me! Oh, I tried. Don't ever say I didn't warn you. You plunge your hand into the spittoon and fish around for a while. Eventually, you pull out a really disgusting pistol and a really disgusting hand to shoot it with. Spittoon hand and befouled pistol. Spittoon hand. Your hand has been permanently stained by the rainbow-colored contents of a nasty spittoon. On the bright side, this hand will never suffer anything worse than that ever again. I got some resistances from it. That's good. Befouled pistol. It'll probably make a ptoo sound when you shoot it. Deals stench damage instead of physical and 6 moxie and 13 to 17 damage. But I'm not going to be using any pistols because that is my playthrough. No pistols allowed. I have a few pistols here, and I'm not going to use any of them. Oh wait, do I still have Holloway's pin on? I don't want Holloway's pin. I want the chest full of medals because that's the good stuff. Anyway, this lack of jelly beans is not for sale. What's in your fire? Nothing? Okay, fine. Howdy there, pilgrim. Name's Roy Bean. Howdy, Roy. I'm stupid lunatic. What do you do here? Well, when I first came to these parts, I was all about two things: dispensing justice and dispensing jelly beans. It was the biggest name in bounty hunting and candy selling anyone ever heard of. Gosh, what happened? Oh, nothing particularly tragic. Got old is all. Hung up my pistol for good. He points at the wall. He's pointing at an empty hook on the wall over his spittoon. I still sell some jelly beans from time to time, but they're out of fashion. This whole place is just a jelly bean museum now. Seems the sign out front isn't very accurate then. How do you mean? Well, if you aren't dispensing justice anymore, maybe you should just say museum. Well, I guess you got a point. For a jelly bean museum, you don't see many jelly beans. Bunch of crooks and shady characters stole them. All 3 jars. Suppose they think I'm a soft target. Soft target now that I'm retired. Well, that sucks. I'll help you get them back. Well now, I certainly appreciate the assistance. Can't offer much in the way of reward, but I'll tell you the first group of thieves went if you happen out in that direction. The Jelly Bean Thieves' hideout. Alright, I'll go get them. Let's go. Jelly Bean Thieves' hideout. Ew, it is crazy hot out here. The desert is just the worst. If you stay out here too long, you could end up like one of those charred black skeletons clacking toward you. Fight him! Yeah, get him, Buffalo, Buffalo, Buffalo Bill. Let's see, drink my medicine. You're dead. Oh wait, I gotta turn down the combat speed so I can properly hear the the sound that I want to. Let's see. Go for it, Pete. Yeah. He just doesn't hit me because he can't. You're dead. Yeah, hit him with your lantern. Yeah. Nope. I am convinced that Buffalo Bill doesn't kill his opponent. He only takes like a percentage of their health or something. You destroyed those skeletons handily. Though to be fair, they were pretty close to destroyed anyway. Screw you. Skull chips, handful of loose teeth, and gold tooth. All useless, but hey, whatever. And 53 XP. That's not useless. We got some jelly bean thieves here. Do I have any? Yes, I do. When did I get that much XP? I didn't realize I had that much XP. That's crazy. I'm pretty close to being able to level up my gumption, which I need to do. I guess I'll save it for that then. What's up, Pete? You think these are the jelly bean rustlers?
Probably. These right where Roy said.
They do look real rustly.
Sure, real ornery fellers.
That's my crazy Pete voice. I am ashamed of everything I've ever done. Alright, let's get these guys. You approach the bandits seated around the fire. The meanest one speaks up.
Dunno who you think you are, stranger, but you better turn yourself right around and head back the way you came, unless you want to eat lead.
Well, that's not very neighborly.
Take a hike, neighbor.
You fellas stole a jar of jelly beans from an old man, and I aim to have them back.
Oh, is that right? And just how are you planning to do that?
With words. Listen, fellas, you stole a jar of candy from an old man. This is such a small, petty, sad little crime. It barely even qualifies as a crime. If this ends up on a wanted poster, you're gonna be the laughingstock of the criminal community. More importantly, what would your mothers think? I'm giving you a chance to turn away from this life of crime before it's too late, and I suggest you take it, because I'm pretty sure this is not a life you're suited to. The bandits hang their heads shamefully and shuffle away. 159 XP. Sweet. Let's get their stuff. Get their stuff. Bedroll. Oh, whatever. Beans! Grab them! Mint jelly beans. A jar of green jelly beans that are excellent condition. The bandits' meager food supply. They should have been robbing grocery stores. Bunch of useless stuff that I'm never gonna use. A cache of ill-gotten goods. Another Kurtzfitz headband. How many of those do I have? Let's see. Handful of nails. Sure, that's decent stuff. A sealed crate.
Some dynamite, yeah!
Let's get rid of that. Well. Looks like someone left our campfire burning. That's dangerous. On closer inspection, it turns out to be a nest full of fire snakes. That's still pretty dangerous. Fight them! What's up, guys? Do I even need to? No, I don't. I do not need to even take my strong medicine for you weaklings.
Yeah!
I love this. Oh, jeez. Yep, he's down. He's gonna do that. Yay. It's great. I love it. Shoot him. What do we got? Only you can defeat fire snakes. One good skin from the whole group. I don't care. Alright. Roy Bean, I got your beans back. Howdy, stupid. You recovered that jar of jelly beans by any chance? Sure did. That'll be. Thank you kindly, stupid. I won't ask for details, but I hope they were sufficiently grisly. Now, the second jar of jelly beans was stolen by a passel of them weird goblin fellas. Couldn't understand a word they was saying, but they were very insistent. Where'd they go? Northwest, toward that huge old cactus folks call Old Granddad. Here, I'll mark it on your map, but you can't miss it. Okay, I'm good. Let's go. Old Granddad. Your travels are interrupted by a fairly disturbing sight. A skeleton covered with weird glowing mushrooms, which is shambling towards you and making an angry hissing sounds and weird gestures. Wow, gross. Trick him into overdosing. Say, are those mushrooms you're growing edible? They look pretty good. You haven't tried to eat them? That's surprising. If I could grow my own food like that. The skeleton shrugs and pops one of the mushrooms in its mouth. If he had eyeballs, the pupils would have dilated instantly. He falls on the ground and starts twitching and giggling. It doesn't react you to stealing one of his legs. Mushroom-covered bone. Look at the size of that thing! What you gotta say about it, Pete?
Well, darkies, that's one heck of a cactus over yonder.
Maybe I should try and give him the Deckard Cain voice. Must be Roy Bean was talking about.
I ain't never seen one cactus that size, let alone two.
I hate everything. Let's check it out. Let's go inside. What's up, goblin guy? The guard blocks your path.
Hey, hi! No climbing for our humans.
Talk to them. I'm here for taking back a jar of jelly beans you goblins was stealing.
Oh, what?
Jelly beans, little colorful sugar things.
Oh, little fruit rocks.
Yeah, those.
Those are for the pile.
The what?
Anyway, no upstairs for humans.
Maybe we can trading?
No trading, but you can bribing me.
Okay, cool. What you are wanting?
A candy bar. A good human candy bar of the bubbles having you knowing it.
You mean this bar of soap?
Oh yes, wonderful. Thanking you.
Can I climbing now?
Sure.
Awesome. What's this guy want? There's another goblin here blocking another ladder.
Hello, no climbing for humans. Too bad.
Talking to them. Can I bribing you to letting me climbing?
Oh, okay.
What do you want?
Cactus syrup. A delicious vein is in the other room. A delicious vein is being in the other room, but had losing my tap.
Okay, I'll be right back. Let's find this guy's tap. If you were a tap, where would you be in this pile of junk? Make a tap or find a tap? Find a tap. Your keen tap dancing skills have allowed you to dance your way directly to the tap. You also find an empty jar in the pile, which will be handy. Syrup tap. You've tapped into your inner inventor and invented a tap. Thank you, game. Thank you for that. Let's tap this stuff. You plug the tap into the syrup vein and fill the jar with purple cactus syrup.
Hello, having a syrups?
Yes!
Hooray!
The guard guzzles the entire bottle in a single long draw. It is both fascinating and disgusting.
Needing more for proper bribing.
Of course you are. Let's get some more goo.
Hello, having a syrups?
Yes! This time the guard moves away from the ladder, so they have plenty of room to guzzle the syrup. Alright.
Hello, hi.
Talk to them. Hi, can I...
Nope.
Okay, can I...
Yep, bringing me goblin elixir.
What was that?
A potion of extra delicious being. So good.
I'll go get that then. This table is covered with flasks, beakers, bottles, tubes, burners, and all other equipment that makes up a super elaborate alchemy table, including a whole bunch of different colored liquids and powders and stuff. Make a goblin elixir. Well, that's easy for you to say. For some instructions. You find a scrap of paper in a drawer that looks maybe like instructions for an elixir, but it's all in goblin science jargon that you don't understand at all. Just start mixing things, I guess. You pick up a beaker and look at ingredients. Start with some violet slime, then add some orange lumps. The mixture turns yellow and starts to smoke a little. What's next? Blue ooze. You add some blue ooze into the mixture. The mixture turns green and starts to smoke even harder. Now what? Spin it. You work up a good... spit in it. You work in a good mouthful of saliva and spit into the beaker. The mixture turns purple and starts to smoke like crazy. You manage to pitch the concoction out the window and duck under the table just in time. It explodes with a tooth-rattling bang! Jeez, this alchemy is tricky stuff. Just start mixing more things. Alright. Start with some mauve granules. Then add some brown syrup. The mixture turns blue and starts to fizz a little. What's next? Add some indigo liquid. You add some indigo to the mixture. The mixture turns violet and starts to fizz even harder. Now, shake it up! Carefully pour the mixture into a cocktail shaker and give it a good shake before pouring it back into the beaker. The mixture turns pink and starts to fizz like crazy. After a second, though, it settles down. Whatever it is, it doesn't seem immediately life-threatening. It smells terrible, though. Keep it. You pour the elixir into a proper flask. Who knows? Maybe it isn't deadly poison or anything.
Hi, ready for bribing?
Yes, here's your elixir, probably.
Oh, good. Yes.
The goblin moves away from the ladder and takes little sips from the flask, savoring the flavor. Is it good?
Yes, perfect.
Huh, cool. What's up, guys?
Holy crap.
If this isn't the most disturbing thing you've ever seen, I don't want to know what was. Hey guys, those jelly beans, can I to having them?
Oh, what? Our fruit rocks? No. No, not taking our fruit rocks.
These being ours, not for you to taking.
Jeez Louise. Well, what's your plan for dealing with them? Let's talk to him. But you not looking like you're eating them. Jar's still full.
What? Eating?
Fruit rocks not for eating. Fruit rocks just for looking at.
You just looking at them?
Not fitting through floor hole.
Can't leaving room. Fruit rocks only entertainment being.
Good grief, that's sad. Try and help them out. Okay, how about I teaching you something else for entertaining? Something better than fruit rocks looking at.
Okay, sounding good.
I agreeing.
Not certain. What being better than fruit rocks looking at?
Poker. You pull out a spare deck of cards and pick up a couple of handfuls of cactus spines off the floor to use as poker chips, and give the goblins a quick poker playing tutorial. Once they get themselves rearranged so they can't see each other's cards, they take to it pretty quickly. Sweet. Jelly beans. It's a big jar of inexperienced apple-flavored jelly beans. Alright, let's go. Hey Roy, got your stuff. A spiky bright blue shape catches your eye. You hop off and instantly to investigate it more closely. It's Hagar's agave. They're native to Panama, but they can grow in these parts, especially in places that are too hot for teachers to be comfortable. Collect its nectar. You carefully extract the highly alcoholic nectar from the blades of the agave plant. Alright. Not gonna use that, but okay. Oh, right. I can get more gumption. Yay! How you doing on them jelly beans, kid? Got 'em. Wonderful. Good job, kid. Looks like they're all here, too. The goblins didn't eat any? It's a long and weird story. Well, never mind, then. You done a swell job, kid. I only got one more jar of jelly beans missing. A gang stole by a gang of damn hippies. Why'd they take them? Heck, who knows what hippies thinking? All I know is they are off-headed south and a little bit west. Okay. Now here is where I have done a stupid. In order to get into the place where they took the jelly beans, I need to have a spleen slot open so that I can drink potion that lets me get in there. But I don't have another spleen slot, so I need to upgrade my gumption more so I have a free spleen slot. Or just wait until tomorrow. I don't want to wait until tomorrow. But then again, I do have to go to tomorrow anyway for a bunch of other things to happen, so sure, I'll wait. Alright, well, I got 600 XP. What should I get? More safe cracking? Probably gonna need that soon. I haven't needed it yet, but I'm gonna need it. Sure. Safe cracking. I can crack level 4 safes. Safes. Your El Vibrato device starts beeping, and the beeping leads you to an unremarkable sand dune, which quickly becomes remarkable when the robot buried underneath it wakes up. Approach it. Yeah. Goodbye. You forcibly shut down the robot and bury it back beneath its sand dune. I got some El Vibrato scraps. I'll be needing those for a while. Ooh, loco weed! You do a quick backflip, then make some funny noises by flapping your arm up and down with your hand in your armpit. The loco weed giggles, loosening its roots just enough for you to pluck a handful of it out of the ground and wring it into a little bottle. Good stuff. You recognize this. It's the extremely hallucinogenic Lacarius Dirty Hippica. Harvest it. Yay. Oop, another one. Someone lost a very dirty knapsack. Contains some loose bits of granola and some very, very dirty clothes. Oh, and a map. Well, let's see what this map says. This hand-drawn map covered in grubby fingerprints. Shows a weird convoluted trail leading to a big X. You recognize the X as this very cave. The source of the trail looks like it might be the fort full of dirty weirdos. Yeah, those guys. Another mushroom. Another mushroom. The cultist is totally zonked out. Investigate. The cultist is muttering and twitching in his sleep. Mushroom crumbs litter the floor around him. Loot his belongings. You grab everything that isn't nailed to him. Skeleton bone, human ashes, and a little square of yellow paper. The note says, Abracadaver. That's gotta be important. You stick the note into your journal. This is a human in the final stage of that whole ashes to ashes thing. Well, part of one at least. A human gets harder to keep track of when it's in powder form. Examine the ashes. It's the cremated earthly remains of a person. Someday you'll refer to these cremains, but you will not approve. I think that's for the David Barry thing. Interesting. Well, I'll check that out later. For now, abracadabra. No doubt that's important. Let's look at my Necromancer journal to see what happens. You open the Necromancer journal and examine the information you've collected so far. The rope receipt you found has let you determine that the Necromancer's lair is west of the mountains. You've narrowed down the location to a few possibilities by interpreting data about ley lines. It was very clever of you. You found a cryptic note about hell cow energy. The Necromancer's lair must be near some powerful source of it, but you don't know where such a source is. Your knowledge of mushrooms combined with the carelessness of the Necromancer's mushroom-gathering cultists allows you to narrow down location to a strip of land between the Big Canyon and the mountains between there and Dirtwater. You found a note with a magic word required to enter the tower once you find it. Abracadabra. Alright. Well, nothing left to do here. Can't mess with Roy Bean's stuff anymore because in order to do that I need to go and get the... Well, I guess I can make the potion. Fort of Darkness. Let's see, you don't have anything I need. Neither do you. Aha! If you have any Licarius Dirtipica mushrooms, I can refine them into a more potent potable. I, in fact, do. It boils up your mushroom and distills the results into a little bottle for you. Go easy on this stuff, there's a real kick to it. Alright. I now have the potion to be able to get into the room. These guys that I can't do anything with because of my hard hat. Stuff! It's a big pile of old military supplies. The crates aren't even sealed. Loot! A sturdy safe that contains, you assume, guns. Army issue sidearm. I believe that is my 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13th gun that I've collected. One of the drawers in this cabinet is open a crack. Check it out. The last entry says she was buried in plot 420 of the military cemetery up north. Yeah, I already checked that out. It's a crate of old army supplies. Pry it open. Sweet. Crate of old army supplies. Cool. It's a bunch of military manuals. They all look too complicated for you, except one. Cannon loading for idiots. Well, I'm sure that'll be useful for someone somewhere later. For now, I have nothing to do here. Can't drink this. Sad. That's fine. Well. Where am I going next? I suppose I can go to Redwood? Why not? You hear the crackle of a north-southwestern lightning snake. Too bad you don't have a forked lightning rod with you. Wait, that wouldn't work at all, would it?
Fight it anyway. Let's get this guy. Yeah.
It was a little bit frightening, but your attacks were even faster than lightning. Good. Let's see, anything else for me to do in here? I can mess with these guys. How much moxie do I have? Quite a bit. Quite a bit indeed. Oh, but hold on, I think... Yeah, I'm catching the Rucker's Ranch sack. If I replace that with the Redwood cheat sheet, will that give me enough to give one more?
Yeah.
Alright, let's get these guys. What are these guys up to?
Ready to give it a shot?
Give it a try. Alright, partner, start naming pharaohs. Tutankhamun. Well, everybody knows that one. What else you got? Uh-oh, you don't actually know the names of any more pharaohs. Maybe you can get away with just making some up. How about Naranamkare? He grumbles and hands you your winnings. How about Murnos Jafrim? Math was putzt. Jed Papananaman. How about Akosefemtris? How about Kabamenenis? How about Raman Kumudos Ankur? How about Unojaman Karorsis? How about Snephanumenusis? Jedmir Fefenonket. Tutenemene Hekfeket. Narosenem Dompan Hodep. This is gonna take so much time. Sosephathenan Hatemenor Anufan Patra. Sememephore Fama Patra. Unosen Becca Popankret. Tamudem more Popen Bectris. Famenefu Mudri. Dename Fef Jekhead Fef Kek Et.
What?
Good God. Kabe Famon Papos Fotep. Mern Paf Mar Fefan Commencer. I'm speaking nonsense. Den Mire no Papun Nemekt. Joseph Papun Mad Anonanimin. Tuto Sun or Bekhumudum Fre. How about Kabet or Gemet Hen Mira Mun? How about... Okay, this is the last one. Kabenavwad Umananfre. That's all I got. Table's closed. Get lost. And I now have 1,000 more money. Yay! That was nuts. This guy, did I talk to this guy? No. He can't be talked to. I guess the only stuff left to do is redwood stuff. I want to know how to use the buffalo pile to make a bridge, but I don't know how to do that. To get the logging permit yet? No. Because I have to wait 2 days for that. Offer to help with his problems. Let's see, let's go for the overdue book. That's a pretty easy thing to get. Just go to Alexandria Rats. Your transponder bleeps, and the signal leads to one of those El Vibrato robots, which is basically just doing aimless donuts around a forest clearing. Approach it. You're dead. You put that robot out of its misery, or boredom, or I guess just existence if you prefer not to personify it. Thank you, I don't like personifying things. Pile of smoldering books. Overdue Redwood book. This half-burned library book represents 12.5% of the total stock of the Redwood Public Library. Aww. Your El Vibrato transponder thingy bleeps, and you follow the bleeps to a shallow cave. What you think might be a bear den. Fortunately, the bear isn't in right now, and you find a weird crate at the back. Open it. You poke at the crate until you find the button that makes it open. Presumably, the bear won't miss this stuff. El Vibrato teleporter. Interesting. Hey, Mayor, I got your thing back. Well, I got half the book. Well, that's a real beggar bite. Well, that's a real beggar biter. Oh well. Everyone mostly skipped the words and just look at the pictures anyway. And mostly just the bottom half of the pictures, so it's alright. At least the captions are still there. Did you get that logging permit? No. Offer to help with problems. Look at the problems board. Let's go for the soup shortage. Yay! To soup stock load! As you're riding along, you notice a side trail leading towards a gigantic cemetery. You jot the location down on your map. Reboot Hill. Keep going where your boots are already taking you. I've already done all the stuff I can do in soup stock load, so I'm just gonna go through and collect all the bowls of soup. Bowls of soup. Delicious, delicious bowls of soup. Boiling soup? Well, I've got the soup. Hey, Mayor. I've got soup. Offer to help with problems. Let's go for the missing bread. The baker boys cleared our bank outright, and that's not even a bit fabulous if you ask me. Fortunately, they haven't been too secretive about the location of their hideout. Can you get your bread back? I can't call this place Breadwood if we don't have some bread. Alright, let's go. You pass by a pile of old bones. When you stop to examine them, they assemble into a skeleton. Just a regular old skeleton with nothing special about it. Except for the fact that it's attacking you, and now that I think about it, even that isn't particularly special. Gee, what a humdrum encounter. Fight. Plain old skeleton. Didn't even get one attack in. Well. Tuna cactus. I got a can of tuna. Yo, Pete, what you got to say about this?
So these fellers figured on hiding out in the bakery, huh? Well, in a minute they'll be toast.
Yeah, this'll be a piece of cake.
I don't know what they was thinking.
We've got this operation in the bag yet.
They really fucked it up this time.
That's awful. Ooh, loco weed and Hagar's agave. Maybe it's Hagar's agave. Who knows? Nothing. Wait, nothing but inedible garbage. Nothing on these shelves. This baker's oven is long cold. More inedible garbage. Nope, this garbage is also inedible. These teenagers seem dispirited and are trying to drown their sorrows with big mugs of water. Maybe they misunderstood the idiom. Hey, you boys wouldn't know about some bread that went missing, would you?
Oh, nuts. I told you we'd get in trouble, Billy.
Shut up, Jerry. Way to blab about everything, dude.
Now calm down, you two. The mayor just wants his bread back. Hand it over, and the trouble you're in will be minimal.
Well, it ain't that simple, mister. We sold that bread for meat to start up this bakery.
Why? Because we wanted to make something for our lives.
Because we wanted to make something for our lives. Everyone in Breadwood is just bums. Plus, like, everyone needs bread, right? So we figured we'd make it big.
Okay, well, no problem. We take the mayor of the bread you've made and call it even.
Oh yeah, no problem. Except for the fact that we don't know a dang thing about making bread. As it turns out, all we end up making is these weird lumps. Oh, that ain't true, Billy. This last loaf we tried was almost right. Yeah, sure, that one was nearly edible, but we're practically out of ingredients.
Maybe I can help. I could do any of these things. Let's see. Unlimited grain, unlimited bones. I've got an idea, and hell, I don't have the time. I might know someone. Do you know about Louise Lathrop? No, who's that? She might just be a solution to your problems. Let me head on over to where she lives and talk to her for you. Go now. Do you know somewhere that's hiring a baker? Heck, even unpaid would be better than this if it comes with room and board. I just want to get out of here. I do happen to know of a bakery that needs some help.
Really? Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, jeez, I can't go like this, though. I'm filthy. No one would ever let me step foot in their kitchen. Looking like the... Do you have a bar of soap I can mooch off you?
Sure.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
You give her a bar of soap and directions to the Bakery Boys Bakery, and she sets off to find somewhere to take a bath before her job interview.
Sure feels nice to help out.
Let's get more dirty poker. It's gonna be a long time before I start playing poker, but I'm gonna need to do that eventually. Let's go to the Baker Boys hideout. You run across a poor jackrabbit with its leg caught in a bear trap. That's for bears. Little guy, you shouldn't be here. That's for bears, little guy, you shouldn't be here. Open the trap, let it go. You pry open the trap and the jackrabbit scurries away to freedom, or to get eaten by a coyote. Either way, you've done your good deed for the day. You see Louise Lathrop busily making bread. Billy Baker hops to his feet as you enter.
Hey, thanks for sending Louise over. She knows a ton about baking. Yeah, we're gonna be major league bakers with her around.
No problem, fellas. Let me grab enough bread to settle things with the mayor, and we'll call it square. 40 loaves of bread. Can I talk to these guys? Just thanks for all your help. Alright, yeah, they're good. Did you get our bread back from those miserable baker boys? Sure did. Did you get the logging permit? No! It's not going to be for another 2 days. Here's problems board. Missing mail. Our last batch of mail never got here. We don't know if something happened to the mailman or what. Go talk to Reginald in the bunkhouse. He used to be a mailman, so he can tell you where to start your search. Alright, let's go talk to Reginald in the bunkhouse. In the bunkhouse. In the bunkhouse. Here's your name, Reginald. Howdy, you Reginald?
Who the fuck are you? Flirtation are you?
Name's Stupid Lunatic. Mayor's got me investigating some sort of missing mail. Said you can give me a line on where to start looking.
Oh yeah, alright. I gave up being a mailman a couple of years ago, but I doubt they changed the system much. All the mail headed here used to go through a way station just southwest of here.
I'll mark it on your map. Postal way station. Postal way station. You spot a horse skeleton lying a few yards off to the side of the trail. You tie Insanity to a tree just to get out of sight of it. No sense in scaring him, and investigate. Somehow, its saddlebags are still intact. Maybe the big red plus signs embroidered on the sides of them are added to their durability. Loot those bags. Got stuff. Ooh, laudanum. give that to the guy. It says Postal Service property. No trespassing. Trespass. It's a stack of old newspapers. Letter to Roy Bean. Oh, well, I know where to bring that. A blank postcard. Somebody has removed all the funnies, so there's literally no reason to care about them. Here's an article about how they had to change the name of Boot Hill Cemetery to Reboot Hill Cemetery because of all the skeletons that are coming back to life. This cabinet is full of maps, but you have no idea what any of them mean. Maybe you should ask about it in Dirt Water Post Office. Yeah, maybe. It's a big map of the whole region with lots of confusing little annotations on it. You don't even want to know what the bureaucratic processes were involved in the placement of this outhouse. Alright, well, first let's give Roy Bean his letter. An odd flash of light nearby prompts you to stop and investigate. You discover a goblin with a strange hinged board covered with a pair of shiny foil, which they're using to reflect sunlight onto a pair of leather boots. Hey, hello, what doing?
Tanning. I am a tanner.
Let's talk. You are tanning boots?
Yes, yes. Son used to making very tan.
I don't think that's how it works, but I guess you're the expert.
What?
Let's haggle over the boots. For how much do you sell the boots?
250 beats.
That's too much.
Oh no.
I will asking again, and asking you for less.
Oh, this is haggling. Okay.
Okay. How much you sell? 249. That's too much. What?
Keep going. Never surrender.
Huh. Fine, I'll buy the boots. Overly tanned boots. Let's see, Tony's shooting boots or overly tanned boots. 2 maximum AP, 8 pistol damage, 3 speed. 1 maximum AP and 7 moxie. Yeah, probably not. Where's my time? Ruby, letter. And this letter addressed to you. He opens it, reads it derisively, and tosses it into the fireplace behind. Thanks anyway. That's jar of jelly beans? Nope. Dirt water. Let's go. Hey, I need some help tracking down some missing mail. How do you mean? A mail delivery went missing on the way back to Breadwood, and I'm hunting it on behalf of their mayor. The local mail station has a bunch of route maps, but I don't know which one I need. Well, that information ain't exactly secret, but I ain't supposed to just give it out either. A delivery going missing is bad news, though. I suppose it's alright just this once. Wait here, sir. Thanks. Okay, so each map has a code number on it, you see, based on the region and direction of travel. She explains to work out the code you need. She explains how to work out the code you need and gives you a cheat sheet for reference. I have the cheat sheet. Follow the map. Chuck's house. Something about this house makes you suspicious. You can't quite put your finger on it, but this place looks perfectly normal. You can't shake the feeling that there's something very wrong going on here. Maybe you're just being paranoid. It's your partner.
I don't mind telling you, but this place gives me the jeebies something fierce.
It is pretty creepy, like too quiet or something.
If that mailman came through here, I got donuts, he ain't walk out again. He didn't walk out again. I don't know.
This tree looks like it wants a hug, but I don't recommend that. It's probably just pretending to be friendly so it can suck out your soul. Unmarked graves. Oh dear. The cellar door. Man, I bet all kinds of horror down. I bet it's all kinds of horror down there. Like some kind of medieval torture dungeon. It's locked, but it isn't locked to keep you out or to keep something in. Whoa, it's a Plotko lock. Those things are unpickable. You approach the door hesitantly. You could be getting yourself into a real bad situation. I knock on the door. You knock on the door. A voice calls out, "Come in, it's open." It's always open. The door creaks open, and you step inside the house. The interior is an absolute nightmare. The walls are covered with rusty chains and hooks, as well as a variety of wicked-looking knives and shears. A man of indeterminate age and slightly hunched posture grins widely as you enter, his eyes gleaming. He's standing near a large puddle of blood on the floor.
Hello, my name is Chuck. Welcome to my little blood and breakfast.
You're what?
Blood and breakfast.
What?
Oh, sorry, I have a lisp.
A lisp?
Yes, it makes lud sound like blood. A bed and breakfast.
I see.
People also tell me I emphasize words oddly, but I don't get that at all.
Chuck is staring at you. You notice that his left eye has a tendency to drift sideways as he stares and then reset when he blinks, which is not often enough. Excuse me.
Yes, how can I help you?
You said you're running a bed and breakfast here.
That's what I said.
Yes. Has a mailman been by recently?
Well, yes, my last guest was a mailman. Such a nice fellow. It's a shame he's no longer with us.
I hope you just mean that he left.
I like to think he'll always be here, in spirit.
Thanks. This is a large collection of steel chains, hooks, as well as knives, shears, and other bladed implements. Everything is covered with rust, or possibly dried blood, or possibly both. Ask Chuck about them.
Aha, you've noticed my collection.
Yeah, it's very, dramatic.
It all belonged to my father, and his father before him. They were butchers.
And you?
I do a little bit, but not professionally. I broke with the family tradition to run my little blood and breakfast. Sorry, that's private. That's my blood room.
Your what?
My blood room. My bedroom.
Alright, gotcha. Little pantry show with various tins and jars on it. There's nothing unusual, except... But you do notice 2 jars of tea leaves labeled Sleepy Time and Earl Grape. There's a lot of blood on the floor here. Ask Chuck about it. I can't help but notice you have a giant pool of blood on your floor.
Blood? Oh, no. I can see why you might think that. This is certainly red, like blood. But this is tomato soup.
Tomato soup?
Yes, I spilled my lunch. Very clumsy of me. I was just getting started cleaning it up when you arrived.
I see. Excuse me. Can I have a look at your guest room?
It's in the cellar, but I'm afraid it's unavailable at the moment. My last guest has only just checked out, and I still need to clean up the mess.
Oh. What's on the menu?
Homemade sausages and tomato soup. I also have a special tea blend that's a real knockout.
What kind of sausages?
Long pork sausages, my grandfather's own recipe.
Did you say long pork?
That's right. I make them longer than regular pork sausages. They're more filling that way.
This is puzzling and uncomfortable for many different reasons. You mentioned a special tea blend.
Yes, a very special herbal tea blend that puts my guests right to sleep. It's very effective.
Huh. Switch the labels. You surreptitiously swap the labels. Chuck doesn't seem to have noticed. How can I help you? What's on the menu? Special tea blend? Uh-huh.
Oh, that reminds me. I left the kettle on. The water should be boiled by now. Would you care for a cup of tea?
No thanks, I'm good. Chuck pours himself a cup of tea and sips it while staring at you. After a bit, he starts to look drowsy.
Oh my. Coming over all sleepy. Perhaps I should get my hood down for a few minutes. It has been a long day. Please excuse me.
Sure. Chuck's sleeping pretty soundly, but you should be careful not to wake him anyway. Going through Chuck's drawers seems like maybe not a good idea. There is a key on the top of the dresser, though. Yoink! Chuck's key. This little key that says Chuck's B&B. Let's go in. It doesn't look nearly as horrific down here as you expected, unless you're particularly horrified by an unmade bed. This looks like the bag of missing mail. Books left by previous guests. Anything good? There are quite a few good books on here, actually. Modern Snake Oiler, Locks on How to Pick 'em, Horrifying Concepts, and Next. There's a blank postcard on the nightstand. Great. I already have this, don't I? You've already learned that. Yes. Modern Snake Oiler. Because I learned all the Snake Oiler skills, it just gives me some XP. That's fine, though. Well. As you're climbing out of the cellar, a mailman approaches you.
Oh man, thank goodness you found my mail.
This mailbag is yours?
Yeah, I've been stressed out lately, so I took a day off and rented a room here for a sort of mini vacation. Chuck's a great guy. A little weird, I guess, but real personable. And his cooking is great. The tomato soup and those great big sausages. His tea did wonders for my insomnia, too.
It did seem pretty effective.
Anyway, I forgot my mail bag and wasn't sure where I left it, so I've been retracing my steps for ages. Thanks for finding it.
Sure, no problem. Here you go. Well, that's sorted, I guess. You happen across an unexpected crate. By unexpected, I'm referring to its location, not its condition, which is nailed shut. I don't know what you expected to find there, but here's what it was. Alright, I believe that is everything. Did you manage to get the login permit? No. Any signs of missing mail? Yes. Okay. We're about as done as we can be with that. Was supposed to wait station change now that he's back?
Wandering Sally!
Nothing! Nothing useful, okay. Nope, he's still not in here. Oh, that's fine. Okay. What else? What else do I do? Let's go to Reboot Hill. Solely because we haven't been there. There's a sudden thrilling whoosh sound, and a man dressed in all dark gray with a long flappy cloak and gray bandana pulled up to conceal his face appears before you out of the shadows. He brandishes a wicked-looking knife at you accusingly.
Stop right there. Prove your allegiance, for I'll suffer no cultists in this place.
Could you be more specific?
The necromancer's cultists. The skeleton guys.
Let's see. Show him the black hood you got off that guy, or accuse the accuser. Let's show him the black hood. Here, see, I got this hood off a cultist I killed.
You're saying having a cultist hood proves you aren't a cultist?
Well, if I'd be a cultist, I'd be wearing it, right?
That's not a great argument.
But since all the actual cultists I've accused have attacked me by this point in the conversation, I'll let it pass.
I've been killing them with their own daggers for the sake of poetic justice.
Have one. Sweet. What's up?
Boy, they sure make these graveyards spooky for some reason.
So the ghosts feel at home, I guess.
Ghosts usually haunt where they was killed, though, not buried.
That's true. I guess it's for the skeletons then. Reboot Hill. Ah, yes. This puzzle. I don't know what. I got a marmot skin cap. Big Bomb Hurlingham. Gone to the big pie eating contest in the sky. Tripe pie. That sounds disgusting. Looks like there's a whole gang buried here. Wade in. Ooh, these guys are somewhat dangerous. Luckily for me, I have strong medicine. I also have bad medicine. Do I need it? Doesn't look like it. Okay, I won't use it.
You're dead.
And give me some stats. Bye, Pete. Oh, that's not good. Those guys can raise each other's stats. Well, better kill that one at least. You missed. You missed. If I attack him, that won't do anything. Darn. Okay, fine. They're dead. You defeated the whole gang of sweet skeletons. Sweet. Here lied the sweet gang. May they never wake up. Take the sword. I got the sweet sword. 6 Moxie. Compared to 3 Moxie and 1 AP. Sure. I'll use the sweet sword. Professional sword swallower. Tombstone is big and fancy and has a door on the front. Open the door. Inside there's a document and a weird metal object. Take object. Interesting. Read document. Document describes a Tontine, the burial wishes of Chet Buster Sly, and a weird sequence of letters. Alright. Lockpicking. Take the object. Safe cracking. Take the object. Assemble the key. Got the Tontine key. Or is it Tontine? I think it's Tontine, actually. Now, basically it just tells you to check these trees. Yeah. I got the Tontine treasure chest. Open it. The test contains a lone, but extremely large gemstone, and a document describing a Tontine, which you apparently won despite not even signing up for it. I got the unbreakable ruby. Lol. What's a tripe pie do? Not that I can eat it. Muscle by 5? That's horrible. Stupid. Yeah, whatever. I'll be back in a minute. You deal with you later. What's over here? Couple graves. Riding boots. Remains of a picnic. Gothic cameo. Spooky resistance. Not very useful for me. Ran for mayor, right off a cliff. This skeleton doesn't seem particularly threatening, apart from being a general reminder of your own mortality. Hello, who are you?
My name's Bernard, but shh, lower your voice, they'll hear us.
Who, the cultist?
Shh, yes.
Not a fan?
They're reanimating dead people's skeletons. I don't want to be reanimated, it sounds horrible. Can you imagine having to walk around without your skin on? How embarrassing, not to mention cold.
Oh, sure. Well,
Plus, I mean, dying's hard enough. Who wants to come back to life just when you've got used to being dead, right?
I can see that.
Please, can you do something? I don't want them to find me.
Alright, I'll let you know when it's safe. Let's go shoot some cultists. Gonna shoot the cultists. They're gonna die all dead. Ooh, no. You're not getting past this barrier of whirling bones without, well, making sure there's no barrier of whirling bones there. Shoot them! The cultists look like they're barely maintaining control over that skeleton. Interrupt their ritual. You throw a rock at the skeleton, which instantly explodes. Wow, that must have been a real high-energy ritual they were doing.
You jerk! We were using that skeleton.
You guys are the jerks for using the skeleton in the first place. Why I oughta fight. Oh, sorry about that. I just realized I was rubbing the microphone. Oh no. I hope I haven't been doing that for very long. I'm very sorry. Cool, they're dead. You wrecked whatever foul sorcery they were trying to accomplish here, and then you wrecked their lives by ending them. Cool. Black book on a pedestal, dangerously advanced next max. Nothing in there but 3 bedrolls and a single stale smell. Investigate. Nothing of interest. Well, alright, fine. Oh, wait. Whatever. Alright, yeah. Skeletons, blah 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 blah. I took care of them already. Great.
That's a load off my mind. Let me tell you. Here. That's a load off my mind. Let me tell you. Here, you can have this worry stone. I don't need it now. Cool. Worry stone. 6 moxie. Compared to bread with cheat sheet. 5 moxie. Sure. I'll take that. I did a good deed for a skeleton. And that's about enough for this place. In fact, I think that's about enough for this game for now.